Here we go, going into Thailand National Park. Me and Pen are headed up into the mountains today. So we're going up to see Pen's uncle again. He's got a durian farm up in the national park here. So I have made a video about this place before, so if you've been watching my channel for a while, you've seen this place before. We're going to go up and have another look because it's fruit season now, so there's fruit trees everywhere around here, all full of fruit at the moment. Wish you could see all of this scenery, but I can't film everything. So we've driven down the bumpy stone path down to here. Gonna leave the car here, I think. I don't fancy this. It doesn't show on the video how steep this is. Even getting to there was pretty hairy, pretty steep, but I don't quite fancy this. It's almost 45 degrees down here, so. But you can see from here, this is the road that we were mending last time. You can see what it's supposed to look like. And for new viewers who didn't see the last video, basically this all got flooded before. Like this stream came up to as high as these rocks, which is a good few meters higher than it is now. And all this stones here making the road all got washed away. So we were having to pick up stones from around here and rebuild the road. Should be easier to get across today. Last time we were up to our waists in it, so it's too. I think it's too steep down there. Should I try it?
Yeah. I will all you on the side. There you are. You're so fine.
That was scary.
Yes.
It was scary. That was pretty freaky. Not very much grip on those rocks. They're all slippery and the car's going like that. And anyway, that might be the last time I do that.
Yeah.
Well, the dogs are coming to savage us. Hopefully not.
Bye.
Yeah, let's go. Just sat here and had a coffee. Now we're going to have a look at the farm. So yeah, this farm is up in the national forest. It's really amazing. The camera doesn't do it justice. These cliffs, like they're much closer and much taller than the camera will have you believe. They've got quite a few small durian planted around, same sort of size as mine and Pen's in places, but then they've also got like big ones up on the hillside there, so we're going to have a look at those. So Pen's uncle's had this farm for about 3 years, and he bought it 3 years ago for 20 million baht. It's a 20 rye farm. Yeah, this time of year the fruit's all coming out on the trees. Well, it's been on the trees for a couple of months. It's getting to like ready to pick it time, sort of. So 3 nights ago, they were just telling us 3 nights ago, some like rustlers came. They came up the canal up here. I'll show you that. They had to fire the gun in the air to sort of chase the rustlers away, though he said that they still didn't seem to want to leave even after they fired the gun. I don't know. They haven't got away with any fruit at the moment, but they're having to stay up all night sort of doing patrols and whatever, so you got to earn your money. So I'm not sure how old these trees are. I think they're about 10 years old. I think that's what they said. I'll double check that. You can see in there all that's just full of fruit. I'm always a bit scared to walk under these things now because it's like I've got to walk under like 100 spiky cannonballs. Just go quickly. Live dangerously. So these two chaps here are like workers. They work in the farm, I think permanently at the moment. So Narod, Pen's uncle pays them monthly. They're the two chaps that climb up the trees and tie all the strings on to support the branches with the fruit. And, you know, various other jobs, whatever needs doing. I remember seeing them here when they were doing the fertilising. They got to climb up to like brush all the flowers, and well, there's a lot of work to do really. I suppose it's possible in the future me and Pen might have to have like an employee, I suppose you'd call it, or maybe even semi-permanent or permanent to work in our farm. If once our trees are this sort of size, I don't think I'm going to be climbing up there, so I could send Pen up, I suppose. She would do it, but she's banned from climbing trees. So yeah, this is sort of the end of the farm here. It's quite away from the little house where we were, so yeah, people could come up here in the night and you're too far away to hear or see anything. It's like over the hill and down into another valley, so it's quite secluded. And around here, you know, where me and Pen live, there are neighbours around and there are other houses, but around here it's, well, we're in the national park and there's no neighbours around, so you know, people can sneak in and steal your fruit. Got some nice view through there. The opposite mountain, all the trees up there. This is a national park and there are elephants up in there, and they have been in the farm here. Pen's uncle had to fire his gun to scare the elephant away and it ran in the wrong direction or something, I don't know. As long as it's not here now, I don't care, but if they come, Pen, I don't know, we climb a tree, I guess. That's our only escape route. Elephants don't climb trees, I know that. So yeah, this is like really the edge of the farm here. And that's where like proper jungle starts here. Could be anything in there, anything at all. I know there's monkeys up in there. Monkeys, elephants, crocodiles, all sorts. Absolutely enormous. I don't know what that is. I don't know whether it's been burned or hit by lightning or what, but that is absolutely enormous. It's huge. Look at the size of it. So I just asked, these trees are about 14 years old. And this here is Montong Durian. It's the same variety me and Pen are growing. You can see that there, it's loads and loads of fruit. I think it's probably got about 100 fruit up there, so there's a big difference, isn't it? An older tree's got 100 fruit, younger tree's got about 8 fruits. 10 fruits, okay. So yeah, we've got a big variation. There's a tree right here with no fruit on it. It's a young 5-year-old tree over there with about 10 fruits on it. And then some of these older trees, well, they're absolutely full of fruit up there, see that? So to give like a cost estimation, this tree's going to make $0. That tree's going to make about $150 US. This tree here could make $1,000. So it's a big variation. But you've got to remember, of course, that this is all before costs, these numbers. So you've got to pay your staff if you've got them. You've got to pay the vitamins, bug sprays, and pay some guy to climb 25 metres up in the air to tie all the strings on. Yeah, I'll have a bite.
Hello.
Yeah, it's good, ready. So you're waiting for that to fall off? Oh.
You call. Iไม่ได้กินเลยดูไม่เอาเลย
Yeah, it looks nice and yellow. So normally, like the deeper the yellow colour, the more ripe it is, the more flavour it will have. See, this is incredibly soft. It's like butter almost. Pretty tasty. I know some people don't like it, but I really like it. So yeah, yeah, it's interesting for me to come and see sort of how many fruits he's got on his trees. So yeah, some of them don't have any fruit. Some have loads of fruit. I'm just constantly like standing under fruit. I don't want to get cracked on the head by one, because they can be big fruits, like 7 kilograms or something, and they're really spiky. And there's no chance you'll survive, if you know what I mean. They should have a hard hat on. Anyway, So I think, yeah, Penn's uncle's got in this section up here about 100. I just started 149 trees. Just from casually looking around, I can see to myself that he's easily got 100 big trees with lots and lots of fruit on. So it's like 100 times 100 is 10,000 fruits, and that works out at well over 100,000 US dollars he's gonna have in his bank account pretty soon. One more month or so, as long as there's no natural disasters or something. So yeah, you can make quite a lot of money off this stuff. Obviously that's all before your costs. I'd say running this place must cost him 20,000 a year or so. It's a lovely view from here. Really, really nice. You've got the cliffs up there, it's amazing. It sounds good, doesn't it? $100,000. Well, that's a lot of money. I'd like $100,000. Well, sure, but you got to factor in like the cost of the farm. You know, farms are not cheap. As I said, to buy this place costs 20 million baht, and so even if he nets 100,000 US dollars a year off the fruit, it's still going to take him a number of years to pay that off. This other section down here where they've planted the young trees, so these trees are not ready yet, but maybe another 2 or 3 years these will start to have fruit as well. I'm not sure how many trees they've got in this area, but it's got to be another 100 to 200 trees down here as well. So maybe in 10 years time the farmer could be earning double what it's earning now. So it's really peaceful up here. Just hear the sound of the river over there, sound of the water on the rocks, sound of the insects all up in the trees there. So one more month and he can harvest all that fruit and hopefully get paid a lot of money for it. He's looking forward to that, as you can imagine. He's excited about it. He's been waiting for this payoff for a while, and he's looking forward to getting himself a new car and paying down some of his debt as well. Obviously he didn't have 20 million baht to buy this farm lying around in a bank account, so he had to take a loan to buy the farm. So he's got to pay some of that down as well. Yeah, Pen is banned from trees, ladders and electricity, but she's breaking the rules. What do you think you're doing in there? You look ridiculous. Like a bloody monkey. Pen was born in the jungle, like literally in the jungle, so it's like old natural behaviour. So is that on all the time, or is it on when someone comes, or what?
I think they turn it on at night. I think it's on all the time.
This place is really amazing. Got the cliffs towering above that the camera just doesn't do justice to. That tree at the top there, I reckon that's about 200 metres above us there. It's miles away. So they cut them off, but then they chuck them down, and then this chap down here will, in theory, catch it with this rug, because they're really spiky and it would cut your hands to shreds if you tried to catch it without anything. Okay, well done. There you go. So we're going to get Pen's uncle to drive the car back over the river and up the hill there. He says it's more difficult on the way out, so I'll take his word for that and let him do it. I wasn't looking forward to that anyway, to be honest. Nice and cold. It's a bit slippery. Well, be careful. I think flip-flops are the worst shoes for this. Nearly went over. So I'm holding the camera sort of vertical, if you know what I mean, so you can see how steep it looks. Right, let's go. I'm hungry. Hungry, tired, thirsty. Right, thank you. Good driving. Very good driving. Cut.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. See you later on. Thanks for the durian. Thanks for the fruit. And say good luck with the poachers. Good luck with the poachers. The people stealing the fruit.
ไอ้โชคดีก็คนมาคอยขโมยทุเรียน